Monster Hunter Rise introduces Spiribirds as a way to get some extra bonus stats while you're out hunting monsters. They come in 4 main varieties designated by color. The green Spiribird grants bonus health, the yellow Spiribird grants bonus stamina, the red one's going to give you that juicy bonus attack. Last, the orange Spiribird gives you extra defense. These stats I believe last the entire quest, even if you get carded, hence why the game refers to them as permabuffers. If you didn't know, you have an equipment item called the Petalace, and these affect how much of each bonus stat you earn every time you pick up a Spiribird. The game starts you out with the Hunter Petalace by default, which is the balanced option, but you can swap to 3 other choices anytime you want. The second one is the Strength Petalace, which focuses on more bonus HP and stamina. The third one is the Fortitude Petalace, which focuses on more stamina and defense. Last is the Demon Petalace, which focuses on more stamina and attack. You'll notice each type of Petalace has different stat caps and different rates at which you earn the stat depending on which one you choose. If you just care about having tons of health, you're going to want the Strength Petalace. If you're a pro monster hunter that doesn't get hit, then the Demon Petalace offers the most amount of extra attack, and you only need 5 red Spiribirds to max it out. Do note, these Petalace items have different levels. You start out with level 1, but as you progress through the game, you'll eventually get the level 3 versions, as shown here. The lower levels have less stats, but the idea is still the same. Now, is it worth it to max out each bonus cap every time you go on a hunt? Probably not. It does take a while to traverse the map to collect these Spiribirds, and you could have instead used that time whacking the monster around. However, it's definitely still worth it to grab these extra stats if you're passing through an area. For example, at the beginning of the hunt or while chasing after a fleeing monster. You could remember where each of these Spiribird locations are, but do know they're all marked on the map, and I'm pretty sure the type of Spiribird is always at the same spot. I personally like collecting these Spiribirds, and an easy way to quickly collect them is by opening the map and then using the L or R buttons to get to the permabuffers page. This will show you all the Spiribird locations on the map. However, this also makes it so that your mini-map can display them on the go. To see this, you have to hold down the L button. Not only is this how you cycle through your items and radio wheel, but the mini-map in the lower left changes to the detailed map. This detailed map will display what you selected on the big map in your menu, but obviously only around the area your character is currently at. It makes it easy to track down Spiribirds while you explore or ride your Palamute. If you only care about collecting one type of Spiribird, then with the big map open, you can hit the X button and this will bring up a list of all the individual icons. Scroll to Other Endemic Life, and at the top you can select which bird you want. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way to select multiple icons to create your own map basically. If there is a way, let me know, because I would love to select both the Spiribirds and the Wirebugs, but currently I would have to change the map mode to switch between what gets shown. To finish off this video, I want to showcase some very basic Spiribird collection routes you can take at the very start of each quest. We'll do one for each of the 5 areas. These collect a variety of Spiribirds, but hopefully can give you an idea if you don't know where to start. If you want to collect all the Spiribirds needed to max out your bonus stats, then feel free to do so, that's your choice. I know some would prefer to get to the action, so you do what you feel is needed. If you're playing multiplayer, then you may not want to spend 5 minutes running around the map while your teammates fight the monster. I'm not going to speed this footage up because things can get a bit tricky on these maps, especially the lava caverns. To keep things simple, I'm only showing one route that starts from the main camp, but feel free to use your sub-camps to find better areas to start off. Our first area is going to be the Shrine Ruins, and I'm not going to be talking throughout this whole part. You can mainly just follow where I'm going, but I'll give some little insights as to where or certain spots on the map where I'm going. First up, I like to jump up this middle area. If you didn't know, you can use the ZR button to jump while on your Palamute, and the Palamute can actually get on ledges that aren't super tall, basically like double its jump height. If it's that high, you can jump up it, or he'll continue to climb up that wall, otherwise he's gonna fall back down. Now, coming up in this area, you're going to want to jump up with your Wirebugs, and there's actually these little bushes, or these little bushes, multicolored bushes around the map. These are not labeled on the map at all, so you're kind of just going to have to know where they are, but if you attack those bushes, you can get, I believe, 1 or 2 random Spiribirds. I have gotten 2 of the same type, like I've gotten 2 green Spiribirds before, so I'm pretty sure it is random. Next up, you're going to need to jump up this cliff, and if you haven't, you're going to want to put a Great Wirebug down. If you take this one, you're gonna have to hit A twice. There's a great wire bug in mid-air. You're gonna have to chain 2. Next, you can just jump over here, and there's actually 5 spirit birds up here, which I like to take. And at this point, you can do whatever. You're in the middle of the map, you're up high. You can go left, right, bottom, up, wherever you want to go. However, I also wanted to showcase this other area because this is part of the map where a lot of the action happens, and you can actually just get you can get a ton of green spirit birds, which are always useful. You know, extra health's always good. If you jump up here, you can just start it, and you're just basically just gonna want to go through the middle area, through these little back end parts. There's an extra bush you can whack. Maybe you can get some extra attack spirit birds. Otherwise, this would get you a total of 10 green spirit birds, which is pretty solid. And a lot of the action happens in this area, so if you're here, you might as well grab all of these. Next, we're going to be in the Frost Islands, and before we continue, I do use this technique a lot, so I want to touch on it. While on the Palamute, you can actually jump, and you can jump while on the Palamute with ZR, and then you can jump off the Palamute with B while you're in mid-air. This way, you can then shoot your wire bug manually with ZL and then ZR, and I use this technique a lot, and it's really useful for getting some extra height before you do your wire bug jumps around the map. Extra mobility is always good, especially in this game where it does reward you for exploring quite a bit.
Come on, doggo.
This route's one of the shorter ones, but you do have this bush to end on. You can whack it for hopefully a couple more spirit birds. There are quite a lot of spirit birds on the right side of this map if you wish to go on that side. Third, we have the sandy plains, and this one's a little rough. I do jump down some hills and then climb back up them, so you don't have to do that if you don't want to. First one is we're just gonna jump down this thing left. You may need to get a little speed if you want to reach all those spirit birds on your Palamute. Otherwise, just use the wire bug while you're going back up.
Let's get going.
Now, for this next one, normally I wouldn't jump down here. However, there's 2 red spirit birds if you follow this, so it is probably worth it, especially if you have the demon Petalace. Well, once you head back up this cliff, there is another spirit bird bush. I would definitely whack that, get some extra spirit birds for yourself. Now, back on the main top side, slide down this hill, get that yellow spirit bird, and you want to jump up on this right side. There's a second spirit bird bush, whack those for some more, and then jump up to the right side on this cliff. From here, you just want to go straight. There's a bunch of spirit birds. Remember to hold down L, you can see exactly where they are on the map. To end things off, we're just gonna jump up onto this ledge on the right. There is another spirit bird bush there, you know, get lucky maybe, and that's about it. You do end in the middle of the map for this one, so you can go wherever you want after this. For the 4th area, we're in the flooded forest, and this one also has some choices. You don't have to go. I'm gonna make a slight detour to the right side at the first part, but if you don't want to, you don't have to do this. If you go up here, you can climb up this rock. You can get a couple spirit birds up here. However, after that, we're gonna circle back around and then jump back down to the first area we start off in.
Let's get going.
From here, if you go to this area on the left hand side, you can climb up these vines, and then this area has all 4 types of spirit birds. Grab all of those, and then you can make a little hop to the right side, get to that little island over there, and then make another right side jump because we want to climb up this little ruin type structure. Up there is going to be all 4 types of spirit birds. After you grab all of these and maybe some of the items inside, you want to look left and then jump over this gap to this island because we can find a spirit bird bush. Get lucky on some of those. And then afterwards, it's just a short little trip. We get a couple more spirit birds on this island.
Come on, doggo.
Last up is the lava caverns, which is by far the most complicated area, I think, because there's a whole bunch of areas on the top side, and then on the bottom side in the caves there's a bunch. For this one, we're going to want to go right. You don't have to do this, but there is one green spirit bird here if you want some extra health. After you grab that, turn around, you want to jump up this cliff because there is a lonely spirit bird bush right there, somehow still surviving in this volcanic area.
Let's get going.
After you hit that, you want to go here, up the mountain a little, then go left. Now you can't collect this green spirit bird, you don't have to jump off the ledge, just stand at the very top, it'll come to you. Then head up this staircase, and straight ahead there is a whole bunch of spirit birds up here. Just look on the map to collect these. After you grab all of these, go right and then grab that green spirit bird and then head left, and we're gonna go straight up the volcano area. After you grab the red spirit bird at the top, you can actually just do whatever you want from here. However, if you want some bonus stats, you can jump down the hole. At the bottom, there's 2 pathways from this geyser looking thing. You want to go left. This will get you 1 more green spirit bird, I believe a yellow spirit bird, and 1 red spirit bird in this little area. From here, go straight, and then a little to the left, in the dark area, there's this little ledge with some vines. You're going to want to climb up the first level, and then on the right hand side, there's this hidden passageway. Go in there. And in here, you can find a red and then green and then 1 more orange spirit bird at the very bottom. Now, this area is super confusing. However, you're going to end up on the right side of the map if you need to go there. There are of course multiple ways you can go about collecting spirit birds on the map. The best way is to just make sure you set it on your map to permabuffers, and then you can hold down the L button while you're running around to see where they are. This is very useful, I use this all the time. That's going to be it for this video. However, I do want to do another one where I find the fastest routes to get 5 red spirit birds. If you're using the Demon Petalace, that's going to get you the max plus 20 attack boost, which I think a lot of people are going to go for because obviously if you can kill the monster faster, then that means you can do more hunts and more rewards, yada yada. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.